Hey, Chris from Codify Academy here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to load up those projects that we worked on together. So let's open up our project directory and we're going to look at the files we're going to load up, the Facebook project, the Pico project, and the Visual Arts project. We're not going to load up the fonts files that we created earlier. Again, you should already have done that. To load up our first one, we're going to change directory to that folder. We're going to go into Desktop, then into Codify, then into Week 2, and finally into our debug. So our Pico debug source, that's the folder we want to go into. Now hopefully you already did this, but just in case you didn't, I'm going to reiterate the fact that you should be loading up every single day, every time you're done, but just in case you didn't, I'm going to show you how to do that. Next, we're going to open up GitHub, and we're going to create a new repository for this Pico debug project. First, I'll give it a name, then a description, and then I'll create the repository. Now that we have our commands, we can go ahead and start typing them in to our terminal. I'm going to copy the longest command because I hate typing that one out. And we'll start with git init, followed by git add period. Then we'll add our message for our commit. Then I'm going to paste in the origin. And finally, we're going to push it to our master. As always, when it's done, we can go into the browser and refresh, and we should see our files. Okay, let's do the second one. We're going to change directory in our terminal. We're going to go up one folder and then into our Visual Arts folder. Once we're there, we're going to add in our repository name, our description, and then we're going to create that repository. Awesome, we have our commands again. I'm going to copy the longest one. And back in our terminal, we'll start with git init, followed by git add period, followed by our commit, git commit -m, with our message in quotes. And then I'm going to paste in the origin, followed by the final command, pushing it to the master. Again, we just wait a minute here. Once it's done loading, then we can go into our browser and check it out, and we can see our code. And our final repository, that Facebook login page that we built. We're going to create that new repository for it. Give it a name, give it a description, and then create. And back in our terminal, let's make sure we change directories. We're going to go cd up one folder, and I know the name of this next one, so I'm just going to type it out into Facebook right away. I'll use ls to confirm my location, just to be sure. And then we can go with our commands. We have git init, then git add period, then git commit for our message, and then I'm going to paste in our URL, and then we're going to push to our master. And we actually get an error here. I forgot to copy that longest command, so I had the last one from Visual Arts. So what we need to do is hit the up arrow key. We're going to hit backspace a bunch here, and then we're going to change the word update to set-URL. So it should read git remote set-URL origin, and then the URL for our new repo. After that, we can just push to the master again. The repo location should be updated, and the file should upload. Again, we just wait a second. Then we can just go back to our browser, refresh, and we can see those files.